It was finally time to answer the call for adventure on a long-awaited Flinders Ranges trip. But first, the rally required some love and attention. New chain, sprockets and a rear tyre. Off to the Flinders! I was super excited for the 4-day solo trip, with the main aim to ride Skytrek at Willow Springs. The plan for day 1 was to ride through Clare Valley, Wirrabara Conservation Park and complete the very scenic Bridal Track in the southern Flinders Ranges, before ending the day at Argadells station. The scenery on the way was superb, and after a quick fuel stop in Laura, I hit the dirt roads through Wirrabara forest. Some great flowing tracks through the forest quickly got me to Germein Gorge, with some very fun turns through the gorge. Heading onto the Bridal Track now. It's the sea down there. Most likely an ancient trail used by the Indigeous Nukunu people of the area, the Bridal Track became the way early European settlers with packhorses descended to the waters of the Spencer Gulf. In 1879, the road through Germein Gorge was opened and became the main access to the coast. The wind was absolutely howling at the top of the ridge, but I managed a quick snack while taking in the superb views. Well, that was the Bridal Track. Super fun. The afternoon had more excellent riding in store as I made my way through Melrose and the southern Flinders to my final campsite at Argadells station. I've got the South Gorge campsite, so a bit of a drive there. Alright, this is gonna be camp for tonight. With the prospect of rain during the night, I had an early supper and settled in for a stormy and sleepless night. Finally, first light came and revealed a rainy, windy day, but luckily I had a really short ride to Willow Springs. The sunrise made for some epic landscape scenes, some of the best of the trip. Upon check-in, I was informed by the friendly staff that due to all the rain, Skytrek was closed for the day, but hopefully it will be open tomorrow. With more rain expected during the day and a night of no sleep, I decided to take a nap, get to know the locals, and take in the scenery I will be riding through. The cloud finally cleared in the afternoon, and I knew that tomorrow was going to be game on. Skytrek is an 80-kilometer loop 4x4 track on Willow Springs Station with some of the best views in the Flinders Ranges. After check-in at the reception and a briefing on the track, I was finally ready to go. Okay, we've officially started Skytrek. I'm super excited. Let's see what the day brings. The first part of the track winds along the creek bed with some beautiful rock formations and natural springs. There are also several well-described points of interest along the way. The track then opens into some expansive valleys with incredible vistas. I stopped at Old Moxon's hut that was permanently occupied by a station employee up to the early 1960s. I just tried to imagine how it must have been living out here looking after the sheep. Loving it! As I turned the northern corner of the track, I was in for my first rocky road test. Heading south again on the now flowing track revealed more superb views and the hills I will shortly tackle. It was with a mix of nerves and excitement that I headed into the last section, the hardest part of the track. Topping out on Prominent Hill after that tricky technical climb was incredible. The 360-degree views of the mountain ranges was just awe-inspiring, and I could have stayed there for hours. The last challenge was signing the visitor's book. Last little stretch. I headed back to the station to check in and to pick up my gear. Skytrek exceeded all my expectations and was now one of my favorite tracks. I completed the track in about 4.5 hours, but you should really give yourself a whole day to explore this track and take in all the views.
Well, that was it. We did it.
With a few hours of daylight left, I decided to ride to Germein Gorge before my stay at Wirrabara. Again, the views was just incredible and the road was superb. With the campfire going, my heart was full and overflowing with gratitude for an epic day. I had one more stop to make before I headed back to Adelaide. Araro Rock is a significant Aboriginal painting site that depicts creation stories for the many geological features found in Ikara Wirrabara Pound. It was a great little stop.
Loving every second of it.
I wished I had 4 more days to explore this wonderful area, but I drove back to Adelaide with a newfound respect for the pioneers, present and past, that made this rugged but beautiful landscape their home. As the rain came down, it was time to put down the camera until the next adventure. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.